send it, man. I think like 45 hours. Yeah, 45 hours. 46, I don't know, somewhere around there. Okay, let's send. Do your thing, space elevator. So that's how it works. Alrighty. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the factory, ladies and gentlemen. And let's play episode number 5. So as you've already seen from the little clip from the streams that I showed there, and as you can tell from the lovely golden mug I am holding in my hands, we finally did it. We finished the last space elevator mission, which is actually mission number 4. So, yay! Man, it was a heck of a mission, guys. Like, it is a lot to fulfill. A lot of items. Can't see it anymore. All it says now is unavailable in early access. But, you know, that gives me the idea that there is going to be more to use the space elevator for. In fact, as I recall, I've heard mentions that space elevator is going to tie into the main storyline somehow, which honestly makes sense. I'd kind of be surprised if that was not the case. So now that the space elevator mission is fulfilled, I'm going for another goal that I'd set myself. A goal that I actually set myself in Update 3, but I still have yet to fully realize. Perhaps maybe even the final goal for this factory until Update number 5. The second golden nut. So we have got another 4 tickets just in a bin somewhere. So far I've got 515 tickets, guys. As I'm sure a lot of you know already, you need about 1,000 tickets. Well, exactly 1,000 tickets for a golden nut. I've already bought one, so the second one, it's gonna be tough. I figured that these items that we were making for the space elevator will probably turn out to be the best items we can feed to the sink. In fact, I heard that these guys right here, the assembly director systems, apparently they are the path to the most points. The propulsion rocket is worth the most per item, but you can produce more assembly director units with the resources available to you on the map. I don't think it's really going to matter in our case because I probably won't exhaust any of the resources. But we'll see how it goes. We're actually getting kind of close on bauxite. I'll have to take you guys down to the aluminum factory to show you what's up there. So, what we're going to be working on is just this factory still. So it looks great from the outside, but it's not fully working on the inside. This right here is where we're making the assembly director systems. And as you can see, most things are jammed up, but we do have an empty belt here. So what needs to happen is overclocking. I planned all of this out to be overclocked. I didn't do it right off the bat, so we're gonna have to apply it after the fact. Should be pretty easy to do, barring a couple of new belts we'll need to have. Funny enough, though, this factory, I think, is jamming up not locally, but due to a lack of imported supercomputers. The shortage I've been dealing with the most these days is radio control units. We need them for everything. We need radio control units for our supercomputers. We need them for our turbo motors. There's something else. There's something else that takes a lot of radio control units. I think it's one of the components here, like the pressure conversion cube. Yeah, I think the pressure conversion cube takes a whole bunch of radio control units, so... yeah, we're in the midst of dealing with that. I did some calculations on the bottom floor of this factory. We have a bunch of wire constructors, excuse me. In fact, I counted them, and we have exactly 26 wire constructors right on in here. So those plus all the other machines in here, I'm going to need a little more than 150 overclocking shards to get the job done. I've got about 138 so far, so we've been doing good. There's a purple slug right there. You're mine, purple slug! Alright, come to Pepper. Well, yeah, it's been going pretty good getting the power shards collected. I'm just doing a mix of hunting slugs off the map, and finally, for the first time ever, getting serious about our lizard doggo farm. So, if you guys would like a little look at that, we'll just pop on over super quick, shall we? Alright. And here we are. Lizard Doggo Central. So, up and on over here, we have got ourselves about 6 pens of doggos, each pen containing about 3 or 4 doggos. So, this has been it has been a great source of slugs. Check that out. Look at that. First one, purple power slug. So, we come on down here. Basically, you can check your doggos every 12 or 15 minutes. I think the timer is a little bit random, so we just come down here as often as we can and check the doggos. Mostly they give us useless garbage, but a lot of the times they give us some decent stuff too. You know, consumables, mycelia, leaves. Ah, yellow power slug. So this in combination with hunting slugs off the map has been a really great source of power shards, which is going to help us a lot with overclocking that build, because that's what it's coming down to. That's the space elevator factory. It's our end of the line now. It's our pathway to the most points, and overclocking is the way. It's what I planned for, so here we are executing the plan. A little more shards than I thought there was gonna be, but I think it's still well within the doable range. Thanks for the pale berries there, dude. Just garbage a lot of the ores. So for the lizard doggos, I definitely say the most challenging part is finding and taming the lizard doggos. I mean, taming a lizard doggo is super easy. Just show him a pale berry and he's all yours. You don't want to die, though. If you die, the doggo will not recognize you anymore. You'll have to feed him again. And, you want to have a good place to keep the doggos. So you may notice I'm actually keeping my doggos right up near the nuclear, reactors. This is because lizard doggos have a small chance, but, still a good chance that they will bring you radioactive material. And so you're going to need to dispose of that radioactive material. My way of disposing is just sending it into the reactors, because the reactors have a built-in belt already to deal with the waste. And yeah, you guys can see nuclear in, it's either in video 2 or 3, we really go over the plutonium factory, as well as the attached uranium factory. So yeah, it works pretty good. The doggo's area is unradiated, and yeah. Even tried sprucing it up a little bit for them, and be honest, didn't put that much time into the lizard doggo area. Maybe put some lights up eventually or something like that. Make it a little nicer for the lizard doggos. The last thing I'm gonna say about lizard doggos, I guess, is that you want to have a good 20, 30. Honestly, the more the merrier. 20, 30, I would say, is the minimum amount of doggos you want to have, so that you have a decent chance of getting a decent amount of slugs. So you can see we got 2 purples, which is actually amazing. That's 10 power shards right there. Plus a yellow and a green. So that's a total of 13 power shards we just got there, guys, which is pretty darn decent. Like, it's almost a power shard a minute, you know? Honestly, a lot of times I come and get no power shards. There's other times where I get even more than 13. So it's a real random draw, you know. Their mileage may vary. Oh, right. And so here we are at well, the pickup location. So this is a series of train stations. I think I've shown you guys in these videos before. I think it was actually just the last video that we were here. So this is where we pick up a lot of our raw resources. A lot of our advanced factories use trains. They're completely supplied by trains, in fact. So this is where the trains come to pick up a lot of their resources. I just do everything here. I chose the location. It was just particularly rich looking in iron and copper. We hadn't really been using any of the nodes here for anything. It seemed far enough away from main base. I don't know exactly. It just seemed like a good location at the time. So we built it here, and so far we have definitely not run out of nodes. We have definitely had a ton of nodes to supply all these belts. One of the biggest problems I've actually been wrestling with is, well, you can see here our iron usage has gotten a little bit nutty, to be honest. A little bit nutty. We have got, I think, about 4 Mark V belts feeding into this line. Into this line of stations, even. It's all totally full now. So we're obviously making a little bit more than we need. But we do have 2 iron trains running. So that's something that we never had done before. And copper's even worse. Just wait till you guys get a load of copper. So yeah, we have 2 iron trains, 2 locomotives, 10 freight cars each. And they run the exact same schedule. You can see our iron train was one of our very first trains. And then down here we got iron train number 2. They have the exact same identical schedules. Which is kind of neat, because it means they don't really conflict each other very much. They kind of follow each other more than anything else, you know? Which is really neat. So we have the iron train number 1. He's on his way. He's nearly there. And then iron train number 2, he's about a station behind. So he's going to go drop off here. This guy just finished dropping off there. Now he's going to go drop off up here and come on back to the pickup. Yeah, look at that. That's him right there. Missing a couple of cars, but looks like he'll hit his final station without running out. Okay, and now we have copper. Courtesy of nuclear pasta. So, nuclear pasta, if you guys don't know, takes a flip ton of copper. Like, I'm talking a metric flip ton. If you haven't already looked at the copper powder recipe, go ahead and throw down a constructor and take a look at it. It uses a ton of ingots per minute, and we are planning on running like six copper powder constructors at 250 clock speed. So already we have got 4 Mark 5 belts rolling in here. Some containers are definitely more full than others due to the way that I load these stations. Oh, this one container's full, but no belt is actually stopped. We are getting the full throughput of 4 Mark 5 belts here. It's absolutely ludicrous. Now, our Mark 5 belts are technically not 100% loaded up. They are technically running at 750 instead of 780. I just decided that it was close enough. So just like iron, we have multiple copper trains. Just like iron, the copper trains are identical. But actually, so far, we're up to 3. We're up to 3 copper trains. So we have just ludicrous amounts of copper. Yeah, there's copper train number 2 right there. There's copper train number 1. So number 1 and number 2, they are just very close together. Now copper train number 3, he must be quite a ways out. Yeah, there's copper train number 3. So copper train number 3 is on his way to drop off number 3, which is motors and computers. Our only fully overclocked factory setup right there. So yeah, basically, long story short, we're still really short on copper, and I'm gonna need a lot more. We have built a rather grand bus to transport all these materials, and by the looks of it, yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot more too. So right over here, in fact, you can see the grand bus. Six Mark 5 belts. The copper runs endlessly. It never ever stops. The iron runs when a train comes by. Which should be just any second now. We're gonna need to at least double the amount of copper that we're bringing in order to have this start to work. I've got the whole thing pretty streamlined, so let's take a quick look over there. Okay, so this is a little example of where we're making the copper and iron. So basically we're doing as much with as little as possible. So 750 out of 3 foundries using the excellent copper alloy ingot recipe with a full set of 3 overclocking shards. This is pumping out 250 ingots per minute. It's fast, efficient, clean, in every way imaginable. The only one downside I really see about making ingots and stuff this way, this is kind of just how I'm doing my factories from here on out too. This is the new methodology. Maximum overclock, most items per minute, fewest machines possible. It's gonna cost more power. We might not use resources as efficiently as we could, but it's gonna make the whole building process and everything much more streamlined. You'll save a lot of object count and frame rate by not placing as many buildings, and I mean, yeah, look at that. It speaks for itself if you ask me. Now, this one iron line's a little bit light, as I recall. He's only doing some 400 something. I was gonna finish that off. We just ran out of ore here, so a little regrettable. I could probably put one more smelter on the end just to siphon off the rest of that ore. Ugh, never easy. Could face it backwards. We've got a few more smelters going on down here, and looks like we're gonna be going up quite a bit more, and just pumping as much copper into that train station as we possibly can, because we gotta feed that factory. We gotta make those tickets, and yeah, this is the way we're doing things now. Power's running pretty crazy, especially with all the overclocking we're doing. We're definitely scaling our power faster and faster. Particle accelerators are making a mess of everything, so I had the power averaging around 48 gigs. Looks like it's cooled down a bit to like 42, so that's good to see. We're running at least like 13 or 14 of our 16 reactors, which is not good. We're gonna need more nuclear reactors soon, so it's very possible that sometime in the near future I'm actually gonna build another 16 nuclear reactors out in our nuke spot, and we'll continue it out from there. So, another thing, I've been talking about this a lot in the streams. I don't know if I've ever really gotten to it in the videos, in these Let's Play videos, but I have not started a new game since this one. This game I created in February 2020 when Update 3 came out. So far, I've just been using this to experience Update 4 and check everything out. But I've been talking about doing a new playthrough. I want to try mods. I haven't ever used mods in Satisfactory before, and there's some cool ones out and updated for Update 4 already. So, I'm going to be starting a new modded run sometime soon. I am currently playing through Subnautica Below Zero. Might add a little something to YouTube one day for that. Don't know if any of you guys are interested, but I'll probably do it anyways. But we're gonna be starting the modded run for Satisfactory after I finish with Subnautica, I imagine. That is kind of the plan. So keep an eye out for it. I will be posting a new Let's Play, Update 4 modded. Woo! It'll be exciting, fun. I'm planning on using mods that are going to add content and speedify building. So we're not going to go full creative. We'll still have gravity, collision, enemies, damage, material cost, unlocks, all that stuff. We're still going to play the game as intended for the most part, but we're going to take a few advantages like mass placing foundations, mass placing splitters and belts, and then a few other little building goodies that are just gonna help fix things up. There is a really cool better AI mod for vehicles, mod for some cool roads you can make, and all kinds of things like that. So that is gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a total fresh start. Essentially, it is gonna be a rebuild of this factory. It's going to have a very similar goal in mind, but the design is going to be a lot more refined. I've taken a year and over 900 hours to learn in this save game, so I think that in a new one, we can do much, much better. So yeah, that's the idea. That's the plan. And I'm really excited about some mods, like the better truck AI mod. They have like collision detection and stuff. It's gonna be a cool opportunity to kind of test and see how well these mods and stuff work too. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, guys. I'll post more updates on this factory as well. Like as we work on it and make more progress, I'll continue posting updates on it. But we'll also be posting with the modded run. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes, so. Thanks for watching yet again, ladies and gentlemen. We are now the employee of the planet. Fear our name. Looking at you, Steve. Looking at you, buddy. Alright, seriously, guys, hit that like button. Give it a thumbs up. comment, subscribe, and have your eyes out for the next video. All right, see you guys next time.